Hey YouTube, I wanted to drop a concept on you that I'm gonna come back to several times over some of my future thoughts of the day. I already know several of them. Behind on actually recording any number of them. But the concept that I wanted to share is one I call unity through division. It's thought of as unity, but really it's just division. It's false unity. It's bringing people together by separating them from everyone else. This is demonstrated in any number of things. Nationalism is a simple example. If you travel abroad, you're an American, presuming that if you're watching this that you are an American. It doesn't really matter. The point is, whether you're an American or a Russian or a Brazilian or what have you, ethnicity aside, that's a whole other video. There is no meaningful difference between an American and a Russian or a Brazilian or whatever. It's not that there's not a difference, it's that that difference isn't any greater than any one person to practically any other one person. Identical twins are a little closer, obviously, but this is the exception. Every rule has an exception. So, unity through division is, it's not really unity. Of course, people don't go around calling it unity through division. They think of it as unity. But the groups that they're forming are just compartmentalizations. They're boxes. They're putting things in boxes. And it's easier for people to think of it that way, to handle it, but it's also easier to manage power that way, either to amass it or to destroy someone else's. It's really the fundamental purpose of this kind of unity. It's ridiculous to even call it unity. It's division. So the problem, of course, is that people think of it as unity. They're joining something, so they're unifying. They're not. They're leaving something else. Once you put it in a box, you left. If you walk down the beach and you pick up seashells and you put them in a box, the seashells have joined one another, but they have left the rest of the world, and that's what unity through division is. Anyway, you see this in religions. You see this in nationalism. You see this in family units, and you even see this subdivided in family. On the large end of things, the reason it's done is to amass large blocks of power in order to control something in the world that you want to control. That seems pretty obvious, but I doubt very many people think of joining a church as dividing yourself from everyone else. And that's exactly what's happening. And it's not that you didn't have to do that. You don't have to be divided. You do. You joined something that fundamentally says that we are this and everyone else is not this, and this is great, and so everyone else is not great. That's what's wrong with nationalistic pride. That's what's wrong with religions, because basically all religions have religious pride. It's pretty much a tenet. Yeah. This is the maker of civilizations that will collapse. Because the unity works for a while, and but it ultimately creates its own enemies. It tells everyone else that they aren't it, and sooner or later everyone else accepts that and then marks you. So that's enough on that. I just wanted to throw the idea out there and get people thinking about it. I'll go into more detail on the particulars of the examples, how they're expressed, how they're used. I mean, I've already covered the general guidelines, but yes, unity through division is destructive to us all. If we want to make a lasting, fair society, we have to dissolve it. All right, later on.